Internet, welcome to Stop and Think, the puzzle channel where we do crosswords, sudokus, and other fun puzzles and games. I'm your host, John Appleseed. Let's do the Sunday Los Angeles Times Crossword puzzle, which was posted on July 6, 2025. The constructors are Gary Larson and Katie Hale. I know I've done puzzles by each of them individually. I don't think I've ever done one that they worked on together, but let's see how this goes. Patty Verrill is the editor, and the title of today's puzzle is Make a Long Story Short. So we'll figure out what that means. Let's get into the puzzle. One across is a parking spot. Don't know. One down is cargo. Could be load, maybe. 19 across, B in arrears is to owe money. 23 across, proposed network television schedule with a question mark. Don't know that. 27 across, more of the substance. Is that demi more? Toddler's scrape for 2 down could be an owie, I think. And 3 down, major essay. No, what about 24 down? Jigsaw unit. How many pieces are in a jigsaw puzzle? Something you always want to look at before you open the puzzle and figure out if you're going to do it or not. Let's try demi-more or demi-more. Don't know how exactly that's pronounced. We'll try a load of cargo for 1 down. A parking lot might be where you park your car or other vehicle. A major essay, a term paper. Okay, I think that works. And 23 across, air, don't know. 4 across, curved paths or arcs. 4 down, all in a day's work, I think is the phrase here, blank in a day's work. 20 across, biblical sister of Rachel is Leah from Book of Genesis. Airplays? Spit take for 5 down. A spit take is a reaction to a joke or something surprising. 6 down, Riddler accessory. The Riddler had a cane. I know Jim Carrey's version of the Riddler did. I don't remember if Frank Gorshin used one in the TV series. 7 down, Tenzing Norgay is a Sherpa guy from the Himalayas. So airplane is a proposed network television schedule. Make a long story short. Not sure I understand that. 28 across, actor Michael Cera. And 29 down, letters in You've Got Mail. AOL was the internet service provider from that film, I guess, is what that is getting at. 34 across, not so good in. Poor at, I think. 8 across, visual multiplication tool, the times tables. 8 down is Latin lover's verb. Usually that's amo, amas, amat. Let's figure out what that means. 9 down, World War II flyers. 10 down, search haphazardly through. No. 11 down, taking to the skies. Lofting. 12 down, blech. Don't know. 21 across is pinkish purple. I think that's mauve. And 25 across, title for a tell-all about Cinderella's early social life. No, I'm going to take out table. The conjugation of the Latin verb to love, amo, amas, amat, is a common crossword answer. I think that's what this is. If this were an O, I don't know what this would be. And I don't know what 8 across is an array. A multiplication array, is that a thing? The RAF, the Royal Air Force, would be World War II flyers. I'm going to try array. Not terribly confident about it, but let's give it a shot and see if that helps. And then rummage through is search haphazardly, yes, for 10 down. 11 down is taking to the skies, aviating. Fits there, something the RAF did with aplomb. 12 down, blech, could be yeah. And then of mice and men, Cinderella had the mice in it, at least in the Disney version. Cinderella, Cinderella, night and day it's Cinderella. So amo, I love in Latin. It's going to be a pun of on mice and men, probably. I'm not sure what the ending will be. 30 across, Taj blank, Taj Mahal. 26 down, mangia, that's the Italian for eat. 13 down, graduated in math. Scalar? I'm pushing the limits of my math education, which is not extensive. I think scalar, as related to a scale, would be graduated. 14 down, directional ending, northern, eastern, for example. 15 down is poison ivy feature. Leaves of Three, Let It Be is the little poem I remember from Boy Scouts. 13 across, finishing touches on a letter. Serifs are the little lines at the bottom of a letter, a character in some fonts. Sweet liqueurs. Cremes, as in creme de menthe. Ridges. I think poison ivy leaves have ridges or something like that. 16 down, vampire's power. The power of a vampire is what? I don't know. 17 down, stocking stuffers. Feet, I think, works. That's what I stuff in my stockings. 18 down, tax form IDs or social security numbers. Okay, I'm more confident about that one. Sweet liqueurs. I like cremes, actually. Is it red something? Of mice and me's? Immortality might be a vampire's power. 37 across, Genghis Khan follower would be a Tatar, I think, or his people. 38 down, gift wrappers need. You need tape as a gift wrapper. Something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. Who sang that? Bonnie Raitt. That fits with what we've got. Don't know the poison ivy feature. 48 across, beach in Portuguese, I think is praia. .31 across, strong attraction with the. That's HOTS, so maybe it's SSNs. Yeah, I typed that incorrectly. The HOTS, Social Security numbers of mice and men. And red. Oh, poison ivy was a Batman villain, right? So we got the Riddler accessory, and then poison ivy is a Batman villain played by Uma Thurman, I think, in one of the films. She had red hair. All right. Maybe that's what... Oh, poison ivy is capitalized. Yeah, so I didn't pick up on the capitalization, meaning this is a proper name rather than the herb, the plant. Bonnie Raitt, praia. What's 44 down? Connected with. Tied to. Fits. 56 across, filmmaker Spike. That's Spike Lee. 62 across, skirt that shows off ankle boots. So there's a midi, a mini, and a maxi skirt. I think this is the medium one, the midi. 49 down, vowel quintet, A-E-I-O-U. 69 across, dish made with arborio rice. Maybe that's risotto. Lovely rice dish that I'm fond of. 62 down, simoleons is kind of a slang term for cash. Maybe it's just moolah, another kind of slang term for money. 78 across, office number is your telephone number, I guess, abbreviated like that. Number is abbreviated, indicating that we need an abbreviation in the answer as well. Dance instruction, the step. Okay. What is? I'm not sure. I'm not understanding the theme here. Of mice and men. Airplane is a proposed network television schedule. I can see airplan working. What is the E doing? of Mice and Me might be a tell-all about Cinderella's early social life. So maybe if we removed the last letter of these clues, they would make more sense for the answers of Mice and Me. Okay, 32 across, wetland layer could be a layer of peat in a bog. 33 down, DOJ branch, a branch of the Department of Justice. I think ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, is part of the Department of Justice. 39 down, Punxsutawney weather forecaster. That is the groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil. And 40 down, foil-wrapped candy, a Hershey's Kiss, maybe, or Rolo. I like an R here for practical something. Rolo. Want is hope for. Project ending, projectile, yeah, works there as a suffix, and some nobles are lords. 457 across. So if this is wise men bearing gifts of formula, onesies, and diapers. So wise men are the magi, practical magi. So we take practical magic, which I think is the title of a book or movie. We remove the C and we get practical magi, which are the wise men bearing practical baby gifts rather than frankincense and myrrh, which you're not going to make much use of. I guess the gold would be useful to buy formula onesies and diapers. Okay, so I kind of think I know what's going on, but I'm still not quite sure. 35 down, brunch staple is an omelet. There's lots of ways to spell that. Let's get some crossing letters. 36 down, party with glow sticks is a rave or a rage. 46 across, align properly is even up. 42 down, prompts to act now are cues. And 54 across, gaggle members, a group of geese is a gaggle. 51 across, Hershey rival. Let's put in Nestle for that. 60 across, blunted blade. I want to say that's a SME or maybe an epee. Manitoba people are Cree, I think. 52 down, attention span. Okay, epee is the weapon used in fencing, but it does have a little button on the end, so you can't actually skewer your opponent. Let's try epee there. Gist is don't know. So let's put in two T's and one E, one L, two T's, and a final E for omelet, and I think that fits with what we've got. I'm going to gist this. I'm going to summarize it. I'm not quite sure. 65 across, monkey shines, could be antics. Wednesday's kin. That's probably Wednesday Addams, who had a cousin It. I haven't seen the current remake of the show, but I remember the Addams Family from the 60s. I remember cousin It from that version. 67 down, added ones 2 cents. Don't know. And 68 down, attire at Hindi weddings could be saris, the South Asian garment. 75 down, blank drive. Don't know that. 47 down, blank dish could be a petri dish where you culture bacteria in a lab. RR connection, a railroad connection, could be a station. That could be an A also, as abbreviation for station. Goody goody is a saint. Yeah, let's make it an A, and then saint for 55 down, goody goody. 71 across, that guy prefers more formal greetings. He's not that into yo. Okay, he's not that into you. I know that's the title of a book or movie. I think both. If we remove the last letter, we would get he's not that into yo, which might mean he doesn't like the informal greeting yo. He's not... I got attention span incorrect. He's not that. I'm not quite sure how to make the beginning work. He isn't that into you? Is that the title? That fits. Well, gist could be the tenor of your remarks. That N for span. Okay, I'm not sure what the beginning is, but not that into you works for the sense of what I'm going for here. Chipped in could be added your 2 cents, maybe. Hit the hay could be retire. 75 down, blank drive. And 82 across Lass. Lass is a girl, or I want chipped in. Blank drive, don't know that. 83 down, biodegradable egg containers. Could be sacks, like an egg sack, SAC. Chased is what? Don't know. 84 across, Argentine Prairie is the Pampa. I think that works. Okay, so I don't know what 71 begins, how that begins, but I think not that into you is going to be the ending. 63 across is draft choice, maybe a draft ale or a draft IPA. 58 down, pastrami on rye spread, perhaps. Would you put Dijon mustard on a pastrami on rye? Maybe. Oh, he's just not that into you. Yes, that's what it is. He's just not that into you. Then Dijon for what you might put on your pastrami on rye. IPA for a draft choice. Goad is a spur, a goad to prod an animal. 64 down, blank Martin, British automaker, is the Aston Martin, driven by James Bond. Ships abroad, exports. Okay. 71 down, honorary Oscar winner, Keller. Did Helen Keller win an honorary Oscar, maybe? 72 down, the best blank, Marigold Hotel. Don't know that. 73 down, films like Star Wars. I think that's a space opera. Kind of that epic science fiction genre. Let's try that. Front or spot. You can loan some money. You can front money. Spot money is a loan. The best... Exotic? Succinct, I could go on, etc. works. Sister's daughter is a niece. Yes, I haven't heard of the best exotic Marigold Hotel, but let's put that in. Actor Hein, I think that's Corey. 95 down, tireless campaign. Don't know. And ooze, could be seep. Maybe crusade for tireless campaign. 110 across, impersonates, that's a good crossword standby. Apes for mimic. 119 across, norm for the dinosaur era. Norm as in average? I don't know. 125 across, national park in Maine. I think there is an Acadia Park up there. Begrudge, resent, I think will fit. 125 down is open a bit. That's ajar. When is a door not a door? When it's ajar. Brownish purple is puce. Okay, so it is norm as in par. What is it? Expected performance would be par, and for a dinosaur era, it would be Jurassic par. So we put in Jurassic Park, remove the K, and we get Jurassic par. Tries to intimidate, as a chihuahua might. A chihuahua, a small dog, might try to yap at you or yip at you. Metamorphosis stage is the pupae, I think. Let's try yaps at for what the chihuahua is doing to try and intimidate us. Lahaina, loop. Oh, this is an L for the pupil stage. It is an adjective here. Lay is the flower garland. That's the loop you might get in Lahaina. I guess that's in the either Hawaii or some other Polynesian island. River near Roswell, Pecos River, I think, in New Mexico and Texas. USSR in Russia. The CCCP is how that would appear in Cyrillic letters. I remember learning that in grade school back when the Soviet Union was a thing. That's what they had on the sides of their spaceships. 80 across is estadio. Estadio, the Spanish word for stadium. You might hear ole is a cheer in a Spanish-speaking stadium. A letter-shaped track is a T slot. T is the letter shape. I guess a slot is a groove or something in which, a track in which something is inserted. So I guess T slot works. Saw logs is to snore. 81 down. Actor Stone Street is Eric Stone Street from Modern Family. Is that the name of the show? Gave it faithfully. Maybe tithe would be a religious contribution. Horn of Africa Nation is Ethiopia. 126 across, Madeline Miller novel featuring Odysseus. I think this is Circe. I've heard about this. Or Circe is a character from the Odyssey. So yeah, that could be a retelling of the Odyssey from Circe's point of view, maybe. Custard Apple Kin. Don't know that. 121 down, Classic TV brand is RCA. And 122 down, London's Gardens. Blank Gardens are the Kew Gardens. So pawpaw is a kind of tropical fruit. Maybe custard apple is one of those as well. Haven't heard of it. And Dada Pioneer. Hans Arp. Arp is a sculptor. I looked him up. He appears in the crosswords from time to time. He was born Hans Arp. He was known professionally as Jean Arp, I think, because he lived in a region in between France and Germany where he was German, but was forced to take a French name due to the shifting borders. So I think Hans Arp was his birth name, and Jean Arp was how he was known professionally, or I could have that switched around, but yeah, that works. So 91 down, aloe vera. 91 across, chaste is virtuous or virginal or not quite sure. Maybe chimed in, and miss could be last. Is it Vestal, as in the Vestal Virgins? I don't really know what Vestal means. I always thought it meant Vesta was their role in the temple. I didn't know that Vestal meant chaste because they're already virgins. I don't know. Let's put that in. I think that's right. Let's try sacks for the biodegradable egg containers. Turned left, maybe. Don't know. 103 across, horse-drawn carriages delivering Christmas trees. Don't know that. More ridiculous for 108 across is innaner. Poetic preposition could be error, a poetic abbreviation of ever. Or is it or? And then that gives us chariots for the beginning of 103 across. So over becomes or poetically. 105 down, rum-soaked British dessert, I think, is trifle. Yes. Chariots of fire becomes chariots of fur for the Christmas trees that are being born there. 98 across, oil used in some hair products. I don't know that. 93 across, bit of static buildup. No. 85 down, bite-sized Tex Mex snacks. Probably mini tacos, maybe. Do a sommelier's job. Could be to pour the wine. Sommelier is a wine expert and steward. 93 across, bit of static. Okay, ion for bit of static buildup. Upfront stake is the ante in a poker game. Coconut oil is the thing. Let's put that in. 109 across, like butter, ready for whipping. You would want to have your butter out and soften before you try and whisk it into something, I think. Fiscal VIP is the chief financial officer for 99 down, 100 down. Ingredient in some raw dog food could be offal, or organ meat. Mini tacos, I think, for the Tex Mex snacks in 85 down. 104 down, agitate could be rile. 115 down, committed perjury, you lied. 123 across, edited version, seen in theaters. And what 6 long answers in this puzzle? Let's move my head down so I can read this. What 6 long answers in this puzzle need to match their clues? The final cut is the edited version of a film seen in theaters. And if we cut the final letter, that's what we're doing to make the answers fit their clues. Turned left, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty is what you do to a screw, so you turn it to the left to loosen it. Member of the onion family is a leek. 124 down, letters between names, aka also known as the Edda, is the Icelandic epic. Yeah, haven't seen that in that crossword in a while. 116 across, inserts for some noisy toys. AAA batteries, probably. AAA's grandma's daughter is aunt, so your mom's sister, with your mom and your aunt, are grandma's daughters. And 118 down, halt is stop. Yoko Ono for the artist in 128 across. 132 across, racing initials STP, a brand of lubricant used by racers, and P finishes the puzzle. So 25 minutes for a Sunday puzzle. Did I even get a song today? I was thinking a lot and not doing a lot of singing. I think I may have had one little ditty, but not much. Yeah, so airplane, it took me, I think I had airplane and of mice and men. I had all the crossing letters, so I knew that's what it was, unless we were doing some kind of shenanigans. And then airplane and of mice and me kind of fit the clues, and that's when I started thinking about cutting the final letters, so then I knew what practical magi was by the time we got to the third themed answer. Okay, so I like that. That was fun. It took some thinking. It wasn't too easy, but it didn't give us too much trouble. 25 minutes for a Sunday puzzle is in line with my usual time, so I like that. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please come back and join me for more puzzles and games here on the channel, and I'll see you then.